Okay. Stop vehicle by using foot brake. There it is. There it is. Is it crashed already? Is it actually gonna make it? What does it say on the front display there? I feel like it's in the fucking... Yeah.
The assist has been cancelled.
Yeah, because you fucking crashed, you stupid thing.
This is the problem with detective.
Edit that part out. We've got a new arrival. We've been lacking new arrivals in stock, but at least we got some parts from Scuderia Parts. This is for the grey Maserati that we made a video of last. Let's see what's inside here. Been waiting for these for a while because the one part was delayed at factory, and therefore it's been a few weeks, but we can finally, after this, book the car in at our friend Stefano at Maserati and start tying up the recon process on the grey Sport GTS. So what do we have here? Automatic gearbox display. This is the one part that we couldn't get right because sticky, but because when you try to clean sticky of this particular part, the entire decal comes off, and that's the end of that. So check that out. That's that little part that needs to go in there, brand new. Smells exquisite. Then, oh shit, we got Ferrari parts. These are actually tire pressure monitoring system sensors. But there's a little trick, right? Because this is a Ferrari generation Maserati, there was a lot of interchangeable parts. And when you do a little bit of research, sometimes, weirdly, the Ferrari part comes in cheaper than the Maserati part. So I think these were about 35 pounds each, whereas the Maserati equivalent, same part number, exactly the same little unit, at 60 pounds each. I'll have the Ferrari stuff, thanks. Then, what's here? Okay, here's the more heavy duty stuff. I'm not gonna open these. This is the gearbox mounting. So this is the actual, I think, gel ball itself. And then this one here is a gearbox mounting plate. So when we were doing the 190 point check on the car, that was the sort of main concern that came up, is that the mounting was starting to collapse, and that was leading to somewhat of a rough rumble and a little bit excessive vibration in the car while driving and while shifting. So once this is done, she's gonna be perfect. Oh, and look who's come to visit. This is my old car, my own personal car. We're just doing a few little fine touches on it for the current owner. I've actually sold this car twice. So after I owned it for a year, then I sold it to a really awesome guy who daily drove it for 2 years, put on 30,000 Ks on the car. I sold it with 35,000 Ks. I got it back from him with 65,000 Ks and sold it to the current owner, someone who's also really enthusiastic about it, loves it, and at this point will never sell it. There was something cool that I did on this particular car. Because this is a Nero Pastello, it's a flat black car, it's non-metallic. What I did was I de-chromed all of the chroming on the inner of the front grille, this nice big open gaping grille with the concave for the Sport GTS, and also the iconic side vents, the little 3 side vents. These are actual vents that work, so they are there for releasing some of the heat from the engine bay. And again, here we just did a black film on the surround, de-chroming it. So now it's black, black, black. Beautiful. Now, we've been absent from releasing a new video in a good 3 weeks or more now. And that's because, well, I've been working, right? We've been busy. We've also been desperately trying to acquire stock. And, YouTube isn't exactly a priority. So this is for fun. But during this process, the last few weeks, we have managed to secure some cool cars and they are starting to get to market. But there is one that's quite significant and one that we've always tried to acquire into our inventory over the years, because it has a special rooting for me from way back in 2007. My first job, pre-motor industry, pre-sales, that had anything to do with cars was with Lexus South Africa. I was a brand ambassador for them. They trained us up through a marketing company that I was working for as a part-time promotions kind of thing, just getting some extra money on the side as a student. And I remember when they approached me and they offered if I'm interested to work with Lexus as their brand ambassador. I immediately jumped to the opportunity and it was such a cool gig. And I remember the last job I did with them, this was still in Johannesburg, but they flew us down to Durban and they put us up at the Hilton. This is all paid by Lexus South Africa. And for a week we were there doing sort of like client orientation and test drives for corporate companies, where we'd arrive with a fleet of different Lexus models, and middle management upwards could pick half-hour time slots and choose any of the cars that they'd like to test drive, and we would be the guys that would be test driving the cars and explaining to them what these cars are about and what they offer and how they, you know, came to be. So this one here, this one came up and I jumped at the opportunity to secure it because this is a very special car. Come check it out. This is the last word in Lexus. The Lexus brand initially started in 1989 with a model called the LS 400. It was Japan's answer to the luxury car manufacturers from Germany that were significantly taking a huge chunk of the American market. Lexus decided to come up with a car that would be able to compete against the juggernauts of Mercedes-Benz S-Class and BMW 7 Series, which in those years were the only things that were available in this segment from an export perspective. There's an interesting fact about Lexus and its origins. Obviously, Toyota is the parent company, and it was their development team that decided to launch the brand in order to penetrate the market in the States and get a piece of the pie. Big luxury saloon cars were all the rage back then. SUVs weren't really such a thing. And in 1989, the LS 400 launched. Lexus is actually an acronym, and it stands for Luxury Export to the United States. Lexus. It was with this car, or this is a successor of the original model, that the entire brand started. So it didn't start with any base models or entry-level stuff. It started right at the top with the big flagship saloon. Most of you probably already recognize what this is. So this is the third generation of the LS. But this particular one is the facelift, and this is also the one where Lexus decided to introduce a model to not just compete against the V8s with the LS 460, but compete against the V12 versions of those cars, the ultimate flagship S600L long wheelbase and the BMW 760Li, also extended wheelbase, V12 engine. Lexus developed this car, of which I can only imagine there must be only a handful in South Africa. This is the LS 600HL, and the H is the hybrid variant. So in the case of Lexus competing with a V12, instead of developing or actually putting the Toyota Century's V12 in this car, they would have to make too many changes in order to comply with United States emission standards and various other government legislation. So they took the V8, which was further uprated to a 5-liter, and included a hybridization system as well to make sure that the power generated by the LS600HL would equal that of its V12 components from Deutschland. Right, I didn't need to slam it that hard. Of course, the car's got soft closed doors because this car's got soft everything, automatic everything. We watched a Doug DeMuro video on this car the other day, and he mentioned the auto decal is like present on every surface here because the manufacturer has automated all the systems. So one important one is this one here, which when I'm in this seat, this is the best seat in the house. I just press one button and then the front seat will move forward and my seat will recline, and I can also then I have maximum legroom, and I've even got a little ottoman at the bottom here which I can extend just to give my calves a bit more support. And then I think I can also regulate the headrest here. Yeah, let me just get that thing going so that I can be in absolute comfort. And yeah, that's right. That's it. Man, if I could actually just relay how comfortable this is, amazing, amazing. You could totally have a little nap in here. So,
Odd, wake up.
Right. Oh, that was a good power nap. Now I can put myself back into a more upright position. That was great. I needed that. We've got a whole day of shooting ahead of us. I just need to take my medicine quickly, for which I can use this little table, which is very convenient, and it actually swivels both ways, which, you know, if I wanted to, for example, share my medicine with somebody who's also very sleepy, then we could do that, right? So totally cool for you and your partner in the back here. Okay. Woo. That's much better. Look at these little vanity mirrors, they're perfect. Look at how the light gently opens and brightens up. There's another little light over here, a reading lamp, which also, if you switch it on initially, okay, there it is, there's the brightness. And then there's this little pop-out little switch which you can twist and dim the light or make it brighter, depending what you're doing.
Do you mind talking, and is temperature fine?
I'd prefer you not speak because your coarse Russian accent offends me. And as far as temperature, there's a sensor in the roof panel over here that actually detects my body temperature and adjusts the climate control for perfect ambient comfort. So just focus on the driving, thank you. Anyway, let's put this little table away. We don't need it anymore. Right, let's play with some of these little buttons here. There's lots of them. So we've got the rear curtain, we've got the side curtains, and that's nice and private now. I think I want to sit a little bit more upright. There we go. And I feel like a little bit stressed, you know, the last few weeks have really been taking their toll on me. We're dealing with banks, we're going through all these processes, we're low on stock. So I need a little massage. Let's open up and see what massage programs the LS 600 HL can offer. Ah yes, the shiatsu massage. Let's go for that. So we switch it on over here with this remote, with this very 2000s cable. And I've got shiatsu, stretch massage, shoulder, back. I can set the intensity and the speed of the massage. Oh, it looks like there's a little vibrator function here as well for my lady friend later. So we'll try that on off camera. Let's give it a go. Shiatsu. Woo! Oh, right into right into that zone that's really giving me a hard time, the lower back. It's, you know, it's proven in men that's from money issues and stress. Yeah, that's great. Oh, this is good. Ah, very nice. There we go. I'll keep that going. Did anybody bring my favorite DVD? Because I can put it in here, and then I can watch it on this screen at the top. I just pop it out. Oh, it's also in here. Just put it on, right? And then I can choose to watch cars on my little screen in the back of my LS 460. The first cars, of course. The cars 2 and cars 3 was played out. So,
DVD is rubbish, actually. Everyone uses.
didn't I say I don't want any conversation?
Blu-ray.
I've got a cooled seat and a heated seat at the back here as well. So that's an independent function that I can set. It's not going to be linked to the auto climate control, which is really cool. Today's a super hot day, but I feel perfect in the back of my LS 600 HL. I'm also surrounded by some of the finest build quality and materials in the industry. Everything from this super fine, super soft semi-aniline leather, which also manages to wear very decently over time. This car is a 2011 model car, and it's done 60,000 kilometers, so it's a very low miler, but everything here just presents super nice and new and tidy. All the little switches and buttons are all very tactile and very nice to the touch. And even small little parts like, you know, the movement of the opening of the center binnacle, or even the arm, the grab handle at the top here, which on the 600 also has a little wood trim, unlike on the 460. But even once you've stopped holding it and you let it go, it slows down at the top when it finally goes into its normal resting position again. So it's those details that only Lexus managed to pay attention to. They'll probably have a team of engineers just for that grab handle. Master Takumi engineers. These are the guys at Lexus who have the highest qualifications, who work on this flagship model. This is the last word in Lexus. Come on, man. In Lexus, and this is their ultimate showcase of their engineering prowess and their build quality. The materials on the roof, on the headliner as well, very soft, gentle Alcantara. Even these little mirrors, the vanity mirrors in here, even they are covered in a very soft, like rich material. I've got aircon vents all around me, one at the top in the ceiling, one in the side in the B pillar, two in the center behind the driver's center console, and obviously the cooled seat and all of that. And then there's the Mark Levinson sound system, which I think is something like 4,500 watt. I'll need to fact check that one, but it is incredibly immersive because I have a speaker right above my head in the dome. And I think there's in total 23 speakers hidden throughout the cabin. So the sound quality is impeccable, just like every other aspect of this car throughout its development. It was a no holds barred, money no object development exercise to really position Lexus as a true contender, and in many cases a superior product to the German limousines.
Yeah, I knew I was talking shit.
It's 19 speakers, 5.1 channel, 450 watt, 4,500 watts. Right, I'm in the driver's position now. These cars are famous for being extremely comfortable and very luxurious to drive. So this version, obviously the long wheelbase and with the fancy rear seats, is very much a chauffeur intended car, but to drive it, I think, is also quite an experience. So we're going to take it for a little drive. So I just want to see here now the cooled seats. I know they are on. So both driver and passenger have cooled seats, of course, but they're not as potent as the rear. So the rear was definitely like really cooling me there. So that was nice. These ones a little bit softer, so the driver doesn't get quite the same level of air blown up his bum as the King in the back. I've got here the curtains controls, the rear seat controls. I've got sport and comfort mode on the adaptive shock absorbers. I've got power, hybrid and snow modes for the drive system. So this car, obviously being a hybrid, up to 20 kilometers an hour, it can occasionally just move on electric power. And then the motor just kind of seamlessly switches on. You hardly feel it, you hardly hear it as well, because the motor is so well refined that it is virtually silent. Over the years, and after that first experience of mine when driving the LS 460 in 2007, when it was still the new Lexus LS model, when I was working for Lexus as a brand ambassador. At 21 years old, I got behind the wheel of that car and it blew my mind completely. It was the most incredible experience of driving a car because it was so soft and so comfortable and so just elegant and wafty and effortless in power delivery and silent and all these things that it's famous for. For a 21-year-old getting behind the wheel of a new one like that back then, it left a massive impression. So over the years, with Mother City Car Company, I'd buy many of these and successfully sell them to like-minded people who really see the value and appreciate the brand. I think we've probably had about 10 of them in all different colors, white, silver. We had a dark green one, which is quite cool, pearlescent white, and they were all the 460 pre-facelifts. And there's certain things that I can notice here in this 600 that the 460 also didn't have. For example, the dash and the steering wheel are also leather stitched, so they have complete leather lining everywhere, the glove compartment, everything beautifully appointed with high quality nappa. So again, just that little bit more of an elevation over the already impressive LS 460. It's much nicer inside the air-conditioned Lexus with the massage seats than it is on this another guk day in Africa. It's like 30 degrees plus. But I wanted to just show the paint on this car. It looked black inside the shop, but it's called Black Opal Mica, and it is a very dark navy metallic. And the metallic flake inside the paint, there's different color flake. There's a lighter blue flake and there's like a purple flake in it. So it gives a very iridescent, pearlescent effect. It's really beautiful and it works really nicely with the alabaster cream interior. When I was busy buying this car and it was offered to me, I'd never actually come across a 600 HL in South Africa before. So I started to wonder how many of them were actually brought to local shores. I can't imagine more than a handful, right? So now that I have the car, I want to go to Lexus in Cape Town and ask them if they can shed some light on the information. Also just show them the car. I bet you they haven't seen one of these in ages.
Go right in.
I think they will probably call cops if we
No, it's fine. We can just say that we're in the wrong entrance. Let's just drive in.
Yeah. Was it him?
It's him. He didn't,
Yes.
he didn't look happy. Let's see.
I wonder why.
Nice.
This is the new GS.
So I've actually gotten on the waiting list for one of these. Because just like that new Prado we once had, I think we can also turn a quick profit just because of the demand of these cars, and they're bringing very few of them into the country. They're bringing like a couple every month. So if I can get one sort of off the waiting list before someone else, and someone else really wants one, then I could probably make a little bit of money off it. I think it's a cool car.
I don't know. I saw one already.
Yeah. I wanted to find out if you guys have any information on how many of them were actually sold in South Africa, because this is a scarce car, right?
Sure, handful.
Handful, yeah, that's what I thought.
Not a lot.
Do you think, would you be able to try and find out for me? It would be kind of cool.
I'll try and find out for you.
If there's any access to some sort of...
limited numbers.
Definitely, because I know the 460s, obviously you know me, I've brought many 460s to you guys for maintenance and servicing and whatever. But a 600 HL is like, you know, how often do you see one of these? I actually wanted to come and show you guys. You guys know I'm passionate about the brand, and you know, we deal with you guys a fair bit. They're cool, eh?
Stunning car.
Amazing car. What do you think? This is a 2011. It's got 60,000 Ks. It's fully serviced with Lexus. It's a Joburg car, so it's been up there most of its life. Neat, tidy.
Beautiful.
Cool, huh?
Nice.
We still need to give it a good polish and stuff. It's just arrived. It's had a long-term owner. And there's a lot of swirl marks and things like that, but we'll get it cleaned up and it'll be nice again. It's a special thing. You don't get this.
Luxury. Very, very nice.
Yeah. Top tier. This is the last word, right?
Oh, so good. Beautiful.
Good to see you, sir.
Okay, sir.
We'll see you soon.
Well, all the best.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, great. What is your name?
They're speaking to Mccc.
Matlati.
Yes.
Okay, Matlati. Could you assist me with a query that I have regarding a specific model of Lexus that was brought into South Africa? I want to find out how many individual cars of this specific model were brought in to South Africa and sold in South Africa.
Okay. I do have your name at
Denis
sorry if I
of.
can't pronounce if I'm mispronouncing it.
I'm also equally sorry if I'm mispronouncing Matlakla.
It's Mccc.
Matlati.
Yes.
You're gonna come now. Cool. See you soon. I just got off the phone with JJ, so while we've been busy gallivanting and irritating Lexus in Cape Town or Waterfront, they weren't too pleased, or the sales manager was like, well, you can't just drive into the into the showroom floor like that, but I think we'll be okay. We are a customer. It's fine. But yeah, JJ's on his way. He's gotten a pretty cool little low mileage MX-5. I'm pretty keen to see it. It should be here now. And
Yeah, nice. 06, 34,000 Ks on the clock. Neat inside out. It's the soft top, but it has its hard top as well, which is very nice.
it's Ferrari spec.
Yeah.
It's Rossa Corsa over Cuyo. It's got tan leather. Nice. Okay.
Nice. It's
I hope you got some money off him for all these scratches.
I did a little bit.
And this dent on the side here.
No. But it does have a stamp in the book almost every year. And the previous lady owner out in Springbok had it since 2016. So she was the second owner of the car.
It's neat. Nice. Well done. Good job.
And it's already got new tires.
We can touch all these little bits up with actual Rossa Corsa touch-up paint, and it'll make this car faster. And this is a hard top, like manually removable hard top. So this is a soft top manual MX-5.
Yeah.
So this is not the electric hard top. This is the manual, like lift up, put it in your garage, and then use the manual soft top. I haven't seen these often. This is a cool touch. You don't get this on the hard top convertible.
Yeah, it's nice. It's got the two little stockies there that this clips over into and then latches in with the two latches on the side and the one in front.
I like this as a design element. I think it looks pretty cool. Like a little bit of like a classic vibe going on. Okay, who was Melody?
Melody was the owner.
Okay.
Since 2016.
And?
It was registered to her husband, and now her husband has passed on, and this came out of the estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said they don't have space. They got like 15 or 20 cars there. Apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What else do they have in this dearly departed estate?
I'll ask. They said this was a small car, but it's still taking space.
We're like vultures. Damn car dealers. Nice, bro. Well done. Well, okay, let's get it into valet and get it to market. I think that's us for the day. We don't have anything else to do today. It's really hot. I want to get back into my air-conditioned Lexus and go home. Or I don't know, maybe watch a movie or something. Cheers.
Oh yeah, lightning's ready.
You fucking pricks move! And I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you!
Hi, Mccc. Yes, I can hear you. Oh, you did? 16/16, 2010 and 2015. 2013. Okay. Okay, that was all the ones that were sold in South Africa. That is really cool. That is really cool. Amazing. Thanks so much. You made my day. And same to you, and I genuinely appreciate you entertaining us. Thank you. Bye, Mccc. Bye.